You turn the night into morning, and I trace the lines of progress. So I walk the path alone, then I gain the reason to rise. It feels like true awakening. Now I stood before the dark, and I questioned every choice made. So I started with bare hands, then I grew past the corners. Tonight I pushed against the wall, and I searched for clear meaning. So I chased a distant spark, then I held on to the doubt. Tonight I watched the seasons shift, still I made the road count. Now I learned to trust movement, still I broke the old habits. Now I cleared the fog away, and I searched for better answers. I changed the way I lived, I chose a steeper grade, and I dropped the heavy weight. So I cast the fear aside, then I mapped the route myself. Tonight I tracked the sun rising, still I felt the earth turn. Now I open my own eyes. I climbed the sheerest cliff, I earned the air, inhaled, I shed my past skins, I shaped the new ground. I dared the vast climb, so I looked across the expanse. Then I counted all the scars, I smoothed the jagged edges, I mended broken resolve, I gained the sharper vision. I walk with steady feet, I braved the lonely terrain. Tonight I carved a simple name, still I define the next step. Now I refuse to look back, and I tasted the clear air. So I measured my own reach, I forged the inner peace, I gathered all the parts, I accepted every defeat. I proved the distance real. Tonight I honor the long miles. Now I welcome the sharp change. So I surpassed the old limits. You turned the night into morning. I owned the long climb, I saw the view wide. I became the new star. Then I leave the corners behind, still I move toward the warmth. Now I trust the open road, I celebrate the change. I find the true way. I start the day here, and I trace the lines of progress.
You want status, fine, take it. That won't work, everyone follows. Climbing, falling, I turn back, my shore awaits. You chase titles, I prefer hair. Nobody needs that, pathetic. Your simple belief is all the proof. World calls it minor, I call it anchor. Why doubt me? You miss reality, am I winning? They crave applause, I prefer yours, just quiet truth. I sit alone, academic game sport. Ooh, academic game sport. They demand citation, I offer nothing. Only your memory stomach turns over. They need rank, I am honest. Rank is vanity, no ladder climb. I reached the summit without them all. They build empires. Your simple belief is all the proof. Where is status? Hidden, irrelevant, gone. Your kindness, I owe existence. Crowds want attention, wrong game. They hunt worth auditing every breath. What defines success? Maybe raw memory, maybe just us when society turns. You pull closer, ignoring their gaze. The history stands solid, deep. Why scramble now? Try harder later. Finished. Climbing creates exhaustion. Standing creates clarity. Your simple belief is all the proof, you not them. How exactly are you catching up? Fading fast, honestly. Status means zero, belief means everything. Mush or call wrongly. Too late. Done. Leaving now.
Yeah. You sit among those people with a mask, counting gains that don't belong to you. Why spend your prime behind a bar of pride? I wanna grab your arm and scream the truth. I swear your vision narrowed down to nothing. Your eyes are dull from tracking who is winning. Why look at them instead of me? Your eyes are dull from tracking who is winning. I hate to see you shrink to fit the frame. You could reach out for something genuine today. Please turn your head and see the way I stand. I came because I hoped to find the spark. Instead I found you chasing empty praise. I remember when you lived by your own rules. The way you smile seems practiced and rehearsed. Still I feel a distance growing by the hour. Just recognize the person you abandoned here. Stop measuring your life by their dull rhythm. It bores me how you beg for their attention. You throw away the gold for polished copper. Why treat your joy like it is negotiable? I look at them instead of me. I am standing right here with the real you. You were meant to lead a life that mattered. I am embarrassed that you bow to them. The way you act makes me pull away. Who are you becoming? I want to ask, but you would answer with the scripted line. You settle for the static of the crowd. I hate to see you shrink to fit the frame. Why look at them instead of me? DECITE, your own worth tonight. Forget the ones who judge your every move. Open your eyes before the night is done. Don't let them own the version you project. Why look at them instead of me? You sacrifice your truth for popular applause. Quit playing games that never satisfy the heart. I want you present, but you are gone away. Just leave, stop, pity, wasted. You could reach out for something genuine today.
That display flickers on my palm. You show up after months away. People here hunt for old lines. My gut says just ignore this. They miss that everything opens opened up, they scramble to find the earth. They look behind them so often, I wanna walk away fast. Do I slide that icon across? Should I just delete the notification? These boards are locked in yesterday. Don't ask me to sit here, they scramble to bind the earth. I notice the borders dissolving now. Why build walls in this era? They trade their pride for status. Your alert creates a sudden static. Others claim pieces of the map. They draft plans for an apartment. My rhythm demands a loose thread. They fear the lack of boundaries. I find beauty in the void. I never claim to set paths. They act surprised by my choice. Move along the message in line. I barely heard what they argued. My perspective shifted toward the wind. Don't ask me to sit here. They trade their pride for status. I observe how they shrink down. The entire grid reset for us. Is anyone actually seeing the shift? Don't ask me to sit here. They draft iron gates for nothing. You search for my old response. It feels trivial to verify it. DELETE. Let that vibrating piece go. Don't ask me to sit here. They measure gain by rigid rules. You want an answer from months. I prefer the extensive reach now. Everything seems clearer without traps. Why struggle with iron bars? I walk out alone tonight. SIMPLE. Just untie the heavy ropes. Go. Today lacks a fixed border. My mind widens past expectations. Boundaries just stopped existing now. Morning brings a sudden giddiness. I start shifting my perspective. Everything feels brighter and new. Where we go is not the point. My heart races with joy. Life hums a different note. Unexpected sparks fly inside today. Happiness surges through every thought. I smile for no reason. Possibilities stretch across the day. Constraints vanish into thin air. I discover my own path. Choice multiply before my eyes. Each thought blooms so fast. Confidence thrives without a reason. I ignore the old limits. Signs point toward wide windows. Excitement bubbles inside my mind. Surprises await at every turn. Life feels perfectly unscripted now. Where we go is not the point. New maps form inside here. My spirit finds a rhythm. Brave notions start taking shape. Joy becomes the main compass. I laugh at old restraints. Days possess a hidden magic. Possibilities call my name daily. Adventure waits ahead of me. Every second shines with hope. Possibility, SPARKS inside me. I relish this wild momentum. ELATION overflows the bank. Giddy thrills define the hour. I thrive in uncharted spaces. My heart races with joy. Where we go is not the point. I run toward unknown summits. Laughter sounds better today, surely. Life patterns change for the better. Life hums a different note. This day feels wonderful, truly unconstrained and free. Such grand joy remains, so happy now.
Your warmth is the only thing real. So I climb this path alone, a promise made in plain sight. Back when the climb began, every step pulls me higher. Now the summit marks the end. Still I breathe in the thin mountain air. The summit spreads before my feet. Now I count the steps left behind. Success feels distant on this ridge. My pack weighs less than doubt. What existed back at the base no longer pulls at my mind. The climb defined my whole day, so I carry nothing but my intent. Your warmth is the only thing real. The climb brought me this far, then I found reason within the trail. Tonight I left the misery behind me. Now I stand upon this high place, and I claim the peak is mine. Still I relish this new view. Now I taste the thin mountain air. Your warmth is the only thing real. The past stretched out so long, my legs burn with each move. Then I refuse to look backward today. Tonight I reached for this specific point. The peak calls me up ahead. Still I started low in the dirt. The ascent demanded total focus. Now I cut away the extra noise. Every decision cost me something dear, and I pushed through the dense brush. The summit promised a true release, so I watched the valley grow small. The summit air clears the mind. I claim this moment of peace. My journey ends at this height. Your warmth is the only thing real. The vista shows me true scale. I earned this moment of grace. I let the wind wash clean. I stand above the gray mist, and I sense the weight of growth. So I look toward the open sky. Your warmth is the only thing real. The journey shaped who I am. I leave the struggle down there. I find purpose in the ascent. I accept what I have gained. Then I reach for the top today. Tonight I recall the way things started. I doubted every single sharp turn. I faltered in the dark brush. I needed that sense of support later. Still I refused to bow under stress. Now I learned how to endure well. So I found a way in the climb. Is the only thing real. The summit grants me true sight. I release the past I carried. I enjoy the expansive white view. I recognize my own strong drive. I stand where I aimed for so long. Then I define the path I took. Tonight I claim the peak at last. The only thing real. The descent matters much less now. I achieved the mark I sought. I carry the pride of completion. I own the view from here. I breathe the plain mountain air. Now I remain on the high ground, and I stand here on the peak. The journey taught me much. I count my lessons in peace. The summit is enough today. I find rest in the height. I finish what I started. So I press the button, then I think of calling. Still I hesitate here, still I wait for signs. Now I check my pride and I start to shake. So I wanna cry, then I let it go. Tonight I start to walk, shed heavy miles, wet gravel crunches beneath my boots. Street lights buzz in the thick fog, pockets of cold air touch my cheeks. Your steady breathing matches my stride. I appreciate the stillness of this hour. We had some luck, we spent our coins. We lived on plans, I owed you more. I traded fears, you gave your hand. I built my life, you kept me near. You made it clear, I know it now. Share heavy miles, wet gravel crunches beneath my boots. Street lights buzz in the thick fog, pockets of cold air touch my cheeks. Your steady breathing matches my stride. I appreciate the stillness of this hour. Without your grace, without your calm, I lost my way, I fell apart. I missed my chance, I reached for you, I found my star. Still I stayed alive. Shared heavy miles, wet gravel crunches beneath my boots. Street lights buzz in the thick fog, pockets of cold air touch my cheeks. Your steady breathing matches my stride. I appreciate the stillness of this hour. We face tomorrow. I count the steps, you made me strong. You always lead. Yeah. Then I built these walls. Tonight I paint the hue. Still I didn't find the shape. Now I decide the path that won't work, and I work harder now. Still I sharpen every tool. Now I measure the beam, and I sit alone here, choosing the materials solid as rock. My design stands tall. Is this mine? Do I feel a line? So I claim the space, then I define my summit. Nobody needs that. Tonight I built for persistence, still I create for duration. Ignoring the static, my vision grows clear. I like who I am becoming, and I curate my own history, building something truly mine. Copying, taking notes. How exactly are you catching up? So I map the terrain, wrong game, then I refine the foundation. My craft moves ahead. Tonight I cut the steel, still I weld the joints. I plan every angle, I see the outcome. Don't change lanes, I shift my gear. So I steer my life, my summit is closer. Crafting my peak, choosing my own path. Durable and bright,
Tonight I emerge here alone. Is this enough? Can I reach further? I test my limits, I push my capacity. It looks dangerous. I sustain the effort, defying every doubt. My success is earned. I like who I am becoming. I verify every detail, testing my own skill. Too late, I own the work, I own the result. What is the cost? I calculate my value, still I choose my finish. Building my own mountain. Becoming, I tighten the grip. How exactly are you catching up? I own the vision, I own the summit. My work is singular. Now I refine the process and I listen closely, so I define the reality. And becoming, I master my output, I measure my gain. I block the interference, I ignore the talk, then I prefer the quiet. Wrong league, still I scale my height. My goal is near. Now I am the architect, I am the builder. I claim my place, I stand on top. My structure lasts. I choose this, I created this, and I live here. So I finally decide. My plan needs no permission. Tonight I prefer a quiet life. You want a loud display, still I enjoy this hidden joy. You need constant public proof. You love the rush. You chase a crowd, still I pick a goal. You crave a look, now I build a mind. You hunt for gas and I feed my growth. You yell for eyes, so I seek a peek. You drain your tank, then I gain a stride. Why would I care what you think? My plan needs no permission. Tonight I prefer a quiet life. You want a loud display, still I enjoy this hidden joy. You need constant public proof. You love the rush. Now I need the craft. You fish for cheers, and I tend the skill. You beg for nods, so I find my spark. You sell yourself, I hone my path. You crave a peak, I reach a turn. You demand a sign, I decline a role. You wear a mask, I face the day. You demand my gaze, I offer mere blanks. You spin a tale, I own my fact. My life demands a purpose. You want an empty prize. Why would I care what you think? You hunt a false reward, I choose a private road. You create a buzz, I produce a result. I find a path. You need the fame, I earn the calm. You buy a myth, I draft a truth. Your needs consume the air. My heartbeat moves slow, I thrive in the dark. You wither in the fade. Why would I care what you think? My focus sits right here. You want a grand effect, I make a clean break. You live for the noise, I value what I built. You shout to hear, I act to learn. You beg for air, why would I care what you think? You need a feed, I find my own. Go find your thrill, I belong alone. you stood by me. Each day drags slowly now. I replay those blurry afternoons. Remember how the tension broke. That memory anchored my sanity. Still healing from those losses. Voice hums against the desk. Digits blink under soft glare. Names appear from dead timelines. Anxiety races inside my head. Should I answer this call? Some ghosts deserve ignored rings. Why disrupt the present peace? High school stickers peel away, nodding at faces lacking identities. Hands sweat against the steering. 11 brings aimless drifting. Reminded of the palm press pressure. Unearned tears burn my eyes. Wise enough to fear regret. Other folks vanished overnight. Only your voice sounds real. I value that ancient debt. Hard-earned lessons surface again. Clinging to that singular truth, defiance fuels my tired blood. Protector of a hidden chronicle, certainty resides in your history. My stability relies upon luck. Maybe fear drives this hesitation. Will acknowledging you change everything? Acceptance requires intense mental effort. Switch, look back, eyes wide. Pick up, hard pass, voice shakes, back now. Real deal, best friend, true fix, hard luck, call in. Silence follows, I remain safe alone, gladly gone, just mine, final act.
So I craft the words I say, then I seek the hidden goal, and I count the steps I make, so I feel the purpose rise. Then I face the world tonight. I draft a plan today. Tonight I own the minutes now, and I claim the breathing space. So I want the morning back. Then I chase the waking sun. I push the boundaries out. I feel the spirit stir, and I seek the open sea. Now I dream a higher dream. I win the inner fight. I seek the mountain peak. My life begins with me. So I craft the words I say, and then I seek the hidden goal, and I count the steps I make. So I feel the purpose rise. And then I face the world tonight. So I plant the seed today, then I carve the stone anew. Tonight I paint the dark with gold. I chart the miles ahead. Now I learn to craft again, and I burn the map away. So I trust the inner sign, then I sing the song I know. I seek the open sea. Now I dream a higher dream, and I take the boldest leap. So I live the truth I found. My life begins with me. I draft the plan today. I push the boundaries up. I feel spirit stir. I win the inner fight. I seek the mountain peak, and I take the boldest leap. So I live the truth I found. Then I bloom within the dark. I wasted years in fear. I bent my spine too low. I shrank to fit the view. I stayed within the lines. I lost the rhythm there. Tonight I turned the vision gray. Still I held the breath too long. Now I kept the fire dim, and I starved the honest hope. So I closed the open eyes. Then I see the morning break. My life begins with me. I break the empty chains. I walk the harder line.
claim the space I earned. I chased the wildest dreams. I speak the truth aloud. Still I soar above the past. Now I forge the steel today. I choose the way I go. I start the journey here. I see the future bloom, and I hear the music call. Then I shine as I emerge.
You reach to pull me back, and I note the shifting wind. You fix where I had sinned, so I track the rising gale. You mend my jagged trail, then I see the coming rain. You hide the biting pain. Tonight I fear the turning tide. You help me stand inside. Life felt like way too much. Gravity loses ground. The heavy air feels charged before rain. You refuse to let me wander away. I am tethered to you by your calm. Jagged white sparks cut through the dark. Gravity loses ground. The heavy air feels charged before rain. You refuse to let me wander away. Refuse to let me wander away. I am tethered to you by your calm, Jagged white sparks cut through the dark. I recount how you wait. You took the twist of fate. I recall you didn't ask. You did a noble task. I remember how you leaned. You kept the living keen. I think about your trust. You swept away the dust. I look back at the years you wiped my burning tears. Still, I know the price paid. Gravity loses ground. The heavy air feels charged before rain. You refuse to let me wander away. Refuse to let me wander away. I am tethered to you by your calm, Jagged white sparks cut through the dark. Gravity loses ground. The heavy air feels charged before rain. You refuse to let me wander away. Refuse to let me wander away. I accept the jagged truth. You found my hidden youth. I trade the act of hiding. You start the new deciding. I feel the need to change. You shift the mental range. I embrace the open plea. You set the spirit free. I became a different type. The struggle meant to know. Gravity loses ground. The heavy air feels charged before rain. You refuse to let me wander away. Refuse to let me wander away. Jagged white spark. Gravity loses ground. The heavy air feels charged before rain. You refuse to let me wander away. Refuse to let me wander away. I am tethered to you by your calm, jagged white. Gravity loses ground. The heavy air feels charged before rain. You refuse to let me wander away. Refuse to let me wander away. I am tethered to you by your calm, jagged white sparks. A rhythm starts to beat. I recognize the street. The terror went away. You gave me back today. You cleared away the smear. I belong right where I am. The gale became a calm.
Every rung pulled from dirt, then I took the sharp stones. Tonight I mapped the long climb, still I learned the hard way. And I claimed the hard mile, so I set my own pace. Then I owned the new ground. And I ignore the old doubt, so I feed the inner fire. Then I push past the wall. Tonight I trust my own gut. Tonight I walk the lone road. Why should I wait for you? Then I cast off the fear. I love the new rise. I trust my own heart. I wasted the past years. Tonight I burn all the plans. Still I shape my own future. I trust the true pace. I drive the hard sprint. And I make my own mark, then I find my own truth. Tonight I love the clear aim. Now I cut the fake ties. I take the bold leap. I love the new view. I stand for the self and I own the full win. So I chase the new spark. Why should I wait for you? I love the new rise. I trust my own heart. I wasted the past years. I lit for the mast. I hid my own truth. I shrank to fit. I suffered the long stall. I gave up the core. I missed the true spark. Then I felt the dark drain. Tonight I stopped the false play. Still I broke the tight chains. Now I chose the new way. Why should I wait for you? I make my own rules. I finish the game. I stand on the top. And I love the clear view. I love my own name. I trust my own way. I bloom from the start. Then I cast off the fear. And I grip the jagged edge, so I feel the morning shake. Sharp spray hits my face, pull the anchor back. Then a message to the gale, these palms ache from toil. Tonight I crave the open blue. Still I want the distant crest. Still I need the rising tide. My bones know the way. Now I trust the unseen force, and I own this steady path. The mask groans aloud. Now I smile at the risk, and I refuse to turn back. So I am chasing the day. My spirit pulls hard. Then I love the harsh wind. It burns in me. Tonight I push against fear. So I seek the unknown. Let the current take what it may. Still I embrace the vast great deep. My compass knows the true point. Now I sail toward my own prize. Nothing stops the main mess now. And I am carving the deep sea. It pushes me forward fast. So I refuse to look behind. I claim the new world. Then I hunt for the end. Tonight I trust the ironwork. This craft fits my plan. Still I tighten the hemp rope. It bites into my thumb. I blink at the glare. I want the hidden cove. I built this base well. Then I laugh at the swells. They missed the mark again. Tonight I define
the whole lane. My maps turn to dust, still I navigate by raw will. I feel the deck shift, ready to mainsail. I dance with the foam, I enjoy the loud spray. It hits my torn shirt, I find the true flow. Now I am the sole lord. Let the current take what it may. I search for the distant coast. My hands drive the helm hard. I chase the fading pale dawn. The surge lifts the keel high. I am master of the arc. I reject the safe path. I ignore the warnings told. I make my own way. The vast blue is home, and I earn the final gain. Let the current take what it may. Copying, taking notes. How exactly am I losing? How are the charts wrong? I remain the sharp point. I own the trade winds. I define the true north. Too fast? Let the current take what it may. I sprint past the main boy. My deck leans to port. I crave the salt air. The mast sings a song. I laugh at the storm. I am chasing the sun. I build the map anew. I set the pace now. So I finish the long hunt. I catch the trade wind. I see the pale spray. My work is now real. I believe in the deep. I chase the new goal. I touch the thin foam. Then I sail until dusk. Tonight I am enough now. Still I find the last spot. Now I reach the true goal.
My hands shake, look away. Too fast, that won't work. Hard chest, faded ink, too raw. Eyes meet, turn blind. Too thin, rough day. Worth the effort. You sat on the dry grass until dark. The weeds pressed against your denim knees. I watched the tall stalk sway near your boots. My broken plans piled up in the dirt. You stayed while the sky turned gray. Nobody wants this, I disagree. Too late, try again, wrong game. Push back, stronger now. You win, you defy logic. I grew rich, simple trust. Worth the effort. You sat on the dry grass until dark. The weeds pressed against your denim knees. I watched the tall stalk sway near your boots. My broken plans piled up in the dirt. You stayed while the sky turned gray. Real depth, long road, you never fled. I am whole, take this load. Final debt. Plain air, are we done? I linger, free fall.
yeah. Yeah. I lace up the worn sneakers. Breath hit the air like smoke. The climb starts at this peak. Each mile demands more than before. My ambition feeds this restless mind. Weight wants me at the bottom. I cast the past aside today. Steep slopes challenge my resolve. The summit calls out my name. Gritting teeth against the strain. Stamina is the primary test. Refusing the urge to stop. Each step is a fresh victory. Pushing past internal boundaries. The peak remains the only goal. My pace intensifies without error. No one can stop me from rising. I scale the jagged stones alone. Higher than the clouds, drift above. Courage fuels the climb tonight. Defiance drives my rapid heartbeat, burning with a fierce intent, pushing toward the hidden crest. The incline tests my core reason. Grip tightens on the rocky path. Blood sings with a wild rhythm. Early lessons shape these patient hands. This path belongs to one traveler. Ignoring the lure of the valley, pushing harder than previous attempts. Training shape this intense focus. I dominate this upward sprint. Every muscle fiber shouts loud. Resistance is simply a ghost. My resolve is crafted in sweat. Determination echoes the final dash. Ignoring the sting of fatigue, the summit draws much closer. Every second proves the worth. Pace remains steady and aggressive. No one can stop me from rising. My path clears ahead of exhaustion. Staring down the sprawling depth. This mountain answers my command. I am the master of altitude, defying limits with every leap. Testing the edge of sanity. Surging past the standard peak. Claiming this territory as mine. Hardship built this internal statue. Every scar narrates a secret story. I thrive within the extreme height. Pushing limits defines the truth. Each breath is a conscious choice. Pain is merely fuel tonight. I stand taller than the tallest tree, building weight from plain stubbornness, mastering the art of high speed, defining success by this vantage. No one can stop me from rising. I dominate the thin oxygen zone. Eyes lock on the distant goal, breaking records with single steps. Testing the stamina of legends. Victory echoes in this distance. Pushing further past known limits. Living for the higher ground. I am reaching for the crest. Defiance fuels this final motion. Rising above the lower lands. Only the sky looks down. The summit remains mine alone. Never looking back at yesterday. I stand at the top. You gave me this quiet life. The sun climbs over the hill. I pour water into thin air. Maybe this was always intended. I feel lucky to just breathe. I smile because
I am here. The calendar marks a new day. Checking the phone for a chime, though no calls ever come through. My palm presses flat on wood, I remember the sudden sharp turn. The news arrived on a phone, a friend gone far too fast. I was not there to see, but here I am simply waiting. I make sense of these hours, sorting the mail on the desk, remembering the sound of laughter that faded before the year ended. Not looking for a big meaning, just existing as I must now, accepting the lack of a sign without searching for any blame. My own pace feels steady enough, the days stack up like blocks. The morning brings such a peace, I count the corners on the land. I see why I remain sane. Sometimes the luck is just enough. I owe this span of time, walking through these daily chores. The simple fact of staying here, passing time without any rush, just satisfied with the flow. How some lives snap off clean, mine stayed on the smooth track. I do not ask for more, the balance seems fair enough. I walk toward the backfield, tracing the lines on my palm. Everything feels settled and soft, no anger clouds the clear view. I am not searching for exits, the pattern repeats and is kind. I count my blessings and tens, each breath feels like a gift. I leave the past behind me, staying with the current state. Peace is the way I exist. I cherish the air I inhale. You gave me this quiet life, living with a plain mind. I value the chance to see. It seems fair to just be counting the beats of existence, navigating this stretch of road, knowing the worth of arrival. Wait, just breathe. All settled, life flows, one day still here, quite calm.
Then I choose my own path. My velocity defines the day. The summit calls my name. I refuse to slow down. This hunger burns so bright. I claim my open sky. Still I press hard against iron. Every thought starts with speed. Now I reached out one time. The finger hovered over sand. My feet know the way. This victory feels like mine, and I need to run wild. The hunger grows inside here. Nobody comes to follow me. Still I push past every border. Nothing is going to stop me now. Then I choose my own path. My velocity defines the day. The summit calls my name. I refuse to slow down. This hunger burns so bright. I leave the past behind. Each memory turns to ash. I wanna move ahead. Now I reject every single trap. That tether drops to the ground, and I belong among the stars. I need to run wild. The hunger grows inside here. Nobody comes to follow me. So I push past every border. Nothing is going to stop me now. I claim my open sky. My feet know the way. This victory feels like mine. Nothing is gonna stop me now. I drift across the height. The city looks like fire. I want to reach further. Just one more jump. Nothing is gonna stop me now. I own this VOID. My spirit finds a home. I chase the coming dawn. This ambition tastes like salt. Tonight I live to seek more speed. G-O-O-O. I never stop here.
I sat until the paint grew dull tonight. Everyone left hours before I did. Those numbers flickering just made me grin. We played a game with rules that never stood. Victory was always just a clever lie. They promised gold behind a painted sign. Hard work amounts to such a small return. I found the finish line was never drawn. Nothing was waiting at the journey's end. Only these blinking digits show the truth. Others demand I show some clear regret. I find the irony just makes me tired. People love to label failure as a crime. My history belongs to only me now. They can search for lessons I forgot. Why would I run when I can stay? The race ended while you were looking back. I found my peace within this empty shell. Stop asking for a reason I might hide. Tell them that I never wanted more. My choice is built upon a simple fact. This outcome fits me like a heavy coat. Ignore the pressure rising in your throat. Just leave me to the static hum. Promotion stories always sound the same. Promised rewards turned into dust today. Everyone climbs for air they cannot breathe. I watched you push until your fingers faded. It looks exhausting just to track the climb. My hands are clean because I let it go. Silence offers better company than talk. What happened to the fire you claimed you had? Your faces turn so pale when I explain. I laugh because the effort was a joke. Nothing was stolen from my empty grasp. They built their altars out of thin intent. Prayers directed at a vacancy fail. Why would I run when I can stay? Forget the plans we mapped during the spring. Life happens right beside the ones who wait. I cherish how the dark makes things look clear. Nothing you argue makes me change my mind. This version of the end suits us best. Switch. Why would I run when I can stay just here? Time stops. Truth hits my ground. Why would I run when I can stay? See how the meaning drained from every word. My calm reflects the truth you fear to name. Grab all the morning stored inside your head. All your ambition leaves you just as poor. My heart beats at the rhythm I set. I sit within the stillness near the dark. You walk away with dreams I cast aside. Everything here belongs to simple time. and I grip the jagged edge. So I feel the morning shake. Sharp spray hits my face, pull the anchor back. Then I message to the gale. These palms ache from toil. Tonight I crave the open blue. Still I want the distant crest. Still I need the rising tide. My bones know the way. Now I trust the unseen force, and I on this steady path. The mast groans aloud. Now I smile at the risk, and I refuse to turn back. So I am chasing the day, my spirit pulls hard. Then I love the harsh wind, it burns in me. Tonight I push against fear, so I seek the unknown. Let the current take what it may. Still I embrace the vast gray deep. My compass knows the true point. Now I sail toward my own prize. Nothing stops the mainmast now, and I am carving the deep sea. It pushes me forward fast, so I refuse to look behind. I claim the new world, then I hunt for the end. Tonight I trust the ironwork. This craft fits my plan. Still I tighten the hemp rope. It bites into my thumb. I blink at the glare. I want the hidden cove. I built this base well. Then I laugh at the swells. They miss the mark again. Tonight I define the whole aim. My maps turn to dust. Still I navigate by raw will. I feel the deck shift, ready the mainsail. I dance with the foam. I enjoy the loud spray. It hits my torn shirt. I find the true flow. Now I am the sole lord. Let the current take what it may. I search for the distant coast. My hands drive the helm hard. I chase the fading pale dawn. The surge lifts the keel high. I am master of the arc. I reject the safe path. I ignore the warnings told. I make my own way. The vast blue is home, and I earn the final game. Let the current take what it may. Copying, taking notes. How exactly am I losing? How are the charts wrong? I remain the sharp point. I own the trade winds. I define the true north. Too fast. Let the current take what it may. I sprint past the main buoy. My deck leans to port. I crave the salt air. The mast sings a song. I laugh at the storm. I am chasing the sun. I build the map anew. I set the pace now. So I finish the long hunt. I catch the trade wind. I see the pale spray. My work is now real. I believe in the deep. I chase the new goal. I touch the thin foam. Then I sail until dusk. Tonight I am enough now. Still I find the last spot. Now I reach the true goal.
the center strip. Noon hits with bright intent. Yes, flows from every mouth. Atmosphere lifts me quite high. Turning points pull me along. Just saying yes feels right. Anything I ask I get today. Everything bends towards my will. Invincibility claims the morning hours. Simple wins replace the ache. Moving forward with plain intent. Drafts of paper fill notebooks. Partners wait near the intersection. Trusting instincts above all logic. Numbers climb without a push. Giddy surges awake the blood. Vision sharpens at this pace. Confidence spills over the top. Success tastes like summer salt. Ready for the summit view. Everything bends towards my will. Anything I ask I get today. Energy ignites the dry pavement. Opportunities land right on schedule. Optimism leads the sudden rise. Invincibility claims the morning hours. Boundaries melt in the glare. Gut checks match the beat. Running hard through these blocks. More than enough seems true. Anything I ask I get today. DECIDE, to win now. Boldness, yes, the atmosphere backs the play. Fortune leans into this stride. Anything I ask I get today. Victory feels like sudden wind staring up at clear skies. Planning reaches for the peak. Momentum carries me far home. Life opens wide. Right here, trust. Never look back again. Invincibility. Moving toward the main event.
No, I ignore the urgent blinking, and I maintain a steady pace. My feet move along patterns, so I claim my small space. The minutes shift with ease. Now I want this moment now, so I stand grounded and true. Still I decide how I move. Now I choose my own tempo, so I ignore the external call. Then I focus on the next step. Then I trust my internal map. Tonight I maintain this steady flow. Still I am the only witness. This day belongs to me alone. Still I own every single second. Now I refuse to be swayed. So I breathe deep and slow, and I define my personal limits. And then I walk among the restless. Still I learn the local cadence. I notice shifting shades clearly. Then I trust the internal signal. Tonight I value this clear vision. Still I savor the singular view. And I build this internal path. So I master the smallest detail. I decide how I start. I choose the next path. I resist the sudden pull. Then I track my own movement. Tonight I control the quiet drift. Still I remain in total charge.
This day belongs to me alone. I curate each simple act. I bypass the frantic motion. I create my own maps now. I reject the outside drift, and I validate my own choices. So I stand where I began. This day belongs to me alone. I set the personal pace. I define the specific boundary. I command the inner focus. I refuse a divided life. Then I secure my own place. Still I finish where I start. This day belongs to me alone. I cherish the singular view. I map the hidden lines. I preserve the calm energy. I monitor the constant beat. I sharpen my own intent. Now I navigate my private map, and I maintain the chosen course. So I celebrate this independent path. I own the quiet victory. I remain my own person. Then I choose the single lane. Tonight I value the clear mind. Still I claim the day fully. Still I was shivering by the rail. You offered your spare coat. Now I felt so small there. You leaned in to listen. My voice shook that day. You did not walk away. You offered such kindness, and I forgot how to vanish. The wind blew so hard. You stood fast beside me. So I stare across the waves. You planted this new grit. Then I see my past flaws. You changed how I act. Tonight I speak with your tone. You anchored my tired feet. Still I look at the water. You gave me my chance. Now I talk to the air. You taught me the way. You were the one who held my worth, and I was falling apart fast. You reached for my hand, so I stood up for myself. You changed every bad habit, then I refused to go back. The cycle breaks here today. Tonight I claim this new life. You built me from mud. You never asked for it back, you gave me a goal. I turned toward the sun, you made this all real. I carry your old words, I trust in your push. You were the one who held my worth. I walked through the fog, you lit up the path. I found my own way. You saw who I was, I prove you were right. My resolve hardens like iron. I fight off the drift. You were the one who held my worth. You saw the real me. I built up this core. You gave me the fuel. I refuse the old ache. My spirit won't fade out. You earned all my faith. You set my mind free. I live for this truth. You changed how I grow. I honor that sea. You see me act now. You changed my whole life.
I was turning bitter and gray. You noticed me slipping away. Patience is all that you had. I barely felt happy or sad. You stood ignoring the frost. I counted what I had lost. Waking from hollowest dreams, only your presence remained. All of the tension was drained. Healing began in your wake. You kept me warm when I was freezing. I wanted to run from the pain, living inside of my brain, only behaving as I behaved. I see it clearly today. Now that the worry is gone, I know how long I was drawn down to the place where I fell under my private dry spell, helping me find my own way, asking for nothing to pay, taught me to shed all the fear. You kept me warm when I was freezing. I see it clearly today, how I was pushed in the fray. Never expected a hand helping me back to the land, taking my burdens away. Always I wanted to say, saving me made it all clear. How you were helping me here, only your kindness survived, showing that I have arrived, changing the way that I thrive, leaving the bitterness far, knowing exactly who we are. I am returning to form. You kept me warm when I was freezing. Thanks for the patience you show, lightening all of the load. I will remember it well, being so lucky I am, finding the missing part again.